Yo, let's be crystal clear from the jump. Every single person deserves respect regardless of their faith. This is a basic principle that should be universally acknowledged. It's not about agreeing with everyone's beliefs, it's about respecting their right to have them. Respect is the cornerstone of a harmonious society. Freedom of religion is non-negotiable, a fundamental human right. It's a pillar of our global community. Sadly, the reality is that in 2024, Muslims around the world still face serious barriers when it comes to travel. These barriers are not just inconveniences, they are significant obstacles. Whether it's outright bans or just extra layers of scrutiny, these restrictions have real consequences. We're talking families separated, opportunities missed, and a whole lot of unnecessary stress. The emotional and psychological toll is immense. Understanding these restrictions and their impact is crucial to challenging discrimination and promoting a world where everyone is free to move and practice their faith without fear. This is not just an ideal, it's a necessity. We need to talk about it, shed light on it, and work together to dismantle these barriers. Let's dive in and make a difference. Restrictions based on religion unfortunately aren't new. History is full of examples and they never end well. Remember the Inquisition? Talk about religious persecution on a massive scale. Throughout history, various religious groups have been targeted and denied free movement. Jews fleeing persecution in Europe faced closed borders in many parts of the world. Even within countries, certain religious minorities have been confined to specific regions or denied basic rights. These historical injustices should serve as stark reminders of the dangers of religious intolerance. They highlight the urgent need to learn from the past and ensure that such discrimination is never repeated. Fast forward to today, and the situation remains deeply troubling. Certain countries continue to impose strict visa policies or outright travel bans that disproportionately affect Muslims. This isn't speculation, it's our reality. Recent news reports highlight ongoing restrictions in several nations. For example, mention a specific country based on recent news from 2024 and briefly describe the restrictions. Additionally, mention another country and the specific restrictions in place. These policies often stem from unfounded fears and stereotypes, painting entire communities with a broad brush. They create a climate of suspicion and division, undermining the values of tolerance and understanding. Section 4. Beyond borders, indirect challenges, and societal pressures. But hold up, it's not just about official bans. There are many other hurdles that are less visible but equally impactful. Muslims in many parts of the world face less visible but equally damaging obstacles. These challenges often go unnoticed but have profound effects. We're talking about heightened scrutiny at airports, invasive security checks, and the constant feeling of being watched. Profiling based solely on appearance or religious attire is a common issue, making travel a stressful experience. In some countries, the rise of Islamophobia and anti-Muslim sentiment creates a hostile environment. This hostility can manifest in various ways. Muslims might face discrimination in housing, employment, or even basic services. These barriers can limit opportunities and create significant hardships. This creates a sense of fear and alienation, making it difficult to integrate into society. Living freely and openly becomes a challenge, as the constant scrutiny can be overwhelming. These subtle forms of discrimination can be just as harmful as outright bans, affecting daily life in numerous ways. This impacts everything from education and employment opportunities to social interactions and community involvement. The stress and anxiety caused by these challenges can take a toll on mental health and well-being, making it essential to address these issues. Section 5. A human rights crisis impact on Muslim communities. This isn't just about inconvenience, folks. It's a full-blown human rights crisis. The impact of these restrictions on Muslim communities is profound and far-reaching. Imagine being separated from your loved ones, unable to attend important family events or provide support during times of need. Picture being denied opportunities to study, work, or contribute to society simply because of your faith. These restrictions fuel prejudice, limit opportunities, and erode trust. They create a sense of otherness and undermine the very fabric of our interconnected world. Section 6. Building bridges. A call for dialogue and understanding. We can't stay silent about this. It's a crucial moment for us to come together and address these pressing issues. We need to challenge Islamophobia and discrimination wherever we see it. It's not enough to be non-discriminatory. We must be actively anti-discriminatory. Education is key. Let's educate ourselves and others about the rich diversity of Muslim cultures and contributions. By learning, we can dispel myths and break down barriers. We need to engage in open and honest conversations about these issues. Dialogue is the first step towards understanding and empathy. Let's listen to the experiences of those directly affected by travel restrictions and amplify their voices. Their stories are powerful and deserve to be heard. Let's push for policy changes that promote inclusivity and respect for all. Advocacy and activism are essential tools in this fight. The world is a better place when we embrace our differences and celebrate our shared humanity. Our diversity is our strength. It's time to build bridges of understanding, not walls of exclusion. Together, we can create a more inclusive and compassionate world. So, what are your experiences? Your voice matters in this dialogue. Share your stories. Let's keep this conversation going. Peace. Together, we can make a difference.